Pardon the bedhead today. I wanted to share a thing that I was reading here in scripture. It was John chapter 5. It's the story of Jesus healing the lame man. You probably know that story. But the verses that I was reading here says, when Jesus saw him, that's the lame man, he knew he had been ill for a long time, and he asked him, would you like to get well? I can't, sir, the sick man said, for I have no one to put me into the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone always gets there ahead of me. Jesus told him, stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. And we know what happened, right? In that story, the man ended up walking. And there were some principles that I was noticing in this story. The first thing was that Jesus, who knew everything, asked the man, would you like to get well? And then the man gave his reasons for why he couldn't. But then the next thing that Jesus did was really interesting. He said, stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. He asked the man to do something that in the present he knew the man was physically unable to do. And what that was, I feel the principle there is that Jesus asked the man to take a step of faith. He asked him to do something not in his own ability or strength. So sometimes we are like that lame man in a sense that we are sitting on our mat, we're sitting in a situation in our lives where we're either paralyzed or we're not moving forward. And we sometimes just accept that situation for what it is, and we don't get up and walk in that step of faith that God has called us to. It's not always about ability, it's about obedience. And I guess those are the things that God just really stuck out to me. It's not about ability, it's about obedience. And so the question for myself and for you today is, where do I need to walk in obedience, even though I may not feel like I'm able? Even though I may feel like I don't have the ability to do it. Maybe there's a weakness in my life, or maybe there's a perceived weakness. Maybe not, it's not even really a weakness, but a perceived weakness. And so God's calling us to get up and to walk.